Welcome back to Todd Family Farm. Today we have several things going on. One of those things is that we are hauling grain. So we finally sold some grain. We actually sold all of our grain. So all of the grain, all of last year's crop that is in our bins right now is sold. So now we just have to haul it. It's gonna take about 80 loads to haul all of our corn and beans, and we have 11 loads done so far. We have all of our beans in this bin. We're hauling out of our big bin over at the barn right now. It is completely full with corn, and we've just been hauling out of that. We're gonna start hauling beans at some point, but for now we're just working on corn. We started hauling on Tuesday, and today is now Thursday, which I actually just realized. Up until like 5 minutes ago, I thought it was Friday, but no, it's Thursday. So we have gotten 11 loads done so far. We had 3 trucks hauling, but one of them isn't hauling today. Just kind of taking what we can get and hauling as much as we can with the trucks that are available today. So we'll be filling semis up throughout the day, and then Dad was also talking about possibly mowing hay today. So we'll be mowing all of the hay down again. So we got quite a bit going on today. Take you guys along with us and we'll see what ends up happening.
Abby wanted me to speak about what I'm doing with the beans. I'm reconditioning the beans, and it's a difficult year on pricing our commodities. It's just prices are low. So especially in years that prices are low, you really have to maximize what you get out of them. And one of the ways I do it, I'm going to try to do it, I should say, is I'm going to recondition some of these beans. So what happened in the drought years, these beans got down to 8%, 9% very quickly while we were combining. When we were combining, we'd start out with beans at 11 and 12% in the morning, and by 3 o'clock they'd be down to 8%. Beans gain and lose moisture very easily, and it's almost impossible to get your beans combined when they're 13%, but they'll store at 13%. You can sell them at 13%, but nobody has 13% beans because beans just love to lose their moisture. On the other hand, they love to gain moisture. So I can consult a chart called an equilibrium chart, and the thing is how when you got wet beans, say you have 70 degrees and 70% humidity, there's no way you can blow that air through there and get beans underneath, say, 13. You have to have either warmer temperatures or drier air than 70. Well, that works the other way. If you have 8% beans and you start blowing 70-degree air and 70% humidity through it, you'll take them beans up to 13. So the equilibrium chart will tell you that if your air is adding or subtracting moisture from beans. So I'd have to dry corn, so I know I need a certain humidity and temperature to get that corn down. I can add moisture back to beans by adding a certain temperature and humidity. So that's what I'm doing. It's perfectly legal, or else I wouldn't be putting it on Facebook. See, I can't take a garden hose and put water in a truck to add my moisture back to the beans. That's illegal. And co-ops do it. It's done in the industry. You can blow wet air in beans and go from 8% moisture to 13% moisture. And I've got 16,000 bushels here at 8%. If I add enough moisture to get them up to 13%, I just added 850 bushels of free beans, which is like $10,000 worth. So yeah, I'm gonna risk, but the risk is if I put too much water in this bin via air and those beans expand, it'll blow a hole out the side of this bin because of hydraulic pressure. So the goal is to do it right and to get these beans to weigh more, because I'm allowed 13% moisture. Well, they're 8%. That's not good. I want my 13% allotment because we sell weight. We got to have that weight, and I can't give away $10,000. So I'm trying to put my moisture back in there. Perfectly legal. I'm not sneaking. This is known, and this is good farmers do it. In fact, the co-ops have computers that do it for them. That they'll test the moisture in there. They'll test the air temperature. They'll test the air humidity, and it'll be like 2 o'clock in the morning, and boom, their fans go on automatically. It's all done automatically at the co-ops and elevators. So I just have to do it manually. That's what I'm doing. Of a night when it gets cool and wet air, I blow that air into these beans. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to keep kind of loosening these beans up, taking some samples. So we're going to hook up an auger cart, put up an auger, and we're going to try to do this thing right. Worst case scenario, there's a big huge split out here with all the beans on the ground one morning. We're going to try to prevent that and make good content. You guys would like to see it. We don't want to get there. So that's what's happening.
Y'all, it is now Sunday afternoon, and we're gonna be baling hay this afternoon. So we raked hay. Papa just got done raking hay when we got home from church. We got the baler out here right now. Here is what the hay is looking like. Papa just got done raking, so we have several different spots mowed down, but it's looking good. You can see there's still a little bit of green in it though, so we're probably gonna bale it up about 5:30 or 6 o'clock this evening. Then it should be plenty dry for that, and get that rolled up, and then tomorrow we're gonna have it wrapped. So should be some pretty good hay. Hopefully we'll get a decent amount of bales from it, and then we'll get that wrapped, and yeah, it'll be good to go and stored nicely till we are ready to feed it. So what we're doing right now though is we are going swimming in the pond. So it is a very hot and humid day. Right now it's like 93 or something, so swimming is gonna be nice. We're all looking forward to it. We're gonna come down here, have some fun, go swimming, and then when we get done with that, we will bale hay. So should be good. We have arrived at the pond. Those of us that were walking, Mom and Dad and Isella, are coming down in the truck. Jocelyn is like the safety captain down here. She is the do not touch the water before the adult arrives, and everybody get your life jacket on. So if Jocelyn was not here, we may all drown by the time that Mom and Dad get down here, but she's here. She's making sure that nobody is going to die, hopefully. Good morning, y'all. It is a beautiful morning. It is the start of another week, Monday. I'm not actually sure what the date is. It's the 15th, which is just crazy that it is already July 15th. Seems like we should still be in June, but somehow time has flown by and we're halfway through July now. So it does not seem like that at all. But we have been staying busy, getting stuff done. We're still hauling corn. So we hauled corn. We started hauling corn last Tuesday. Yeah, ready. Oh. No, you got to get them out. They like their grain. They try to eat the grain. Come on. Hey, buddy. Hi. And then we have Dolly, who is also very, very stubborn. Come on. Come on. There they go. There they go. So these are the two bottle lambs. You guys haven't seen them in a while, but they're over here. Uh-oh, Emma. Look out. They're over here. They have this little area by the barn that they run on pasture. Oh, they're excited this morning. And they're doing very well. And then the rest of the sheep run out on the east pasture. So we started hauling corn last Tuesday. And I think we hauled somewhere around 21 loads last week. So hopefully we can get quite a bit done this week. We're still just hauling out of the big bin down here. We got a semi here right now getting loaded, so we're gonna get him loaded. He'll take that, and then might have several trucks hauling. Oh, yeah. Emma left the door open and the lambs snuck back inside. Come on, sneaky little things. They're happy little lambs. The other thing that we have going on today is we're gonna be wrapping bales. So yesterday we raked the hay, then we went swimming. That was super fun. And then Mom and Dad went out and baled hay last night about 6 o'clock. Got that done, and this morning we're gonna be wrapping those bales, and we'll get that done really quickly. And then that's about all I have that I know of planned for today. We'll just see what comes up and yeah, continue loading semis as needed. So yeah, should be a good day. Alrighty y'all, hay is wrapped. That went well, and that's a good job to have done. It's supposed to storm this afternoon or tonight, I'm not entirely sure. I think starting around 2 o'clock this afternoon, it's supposed to get kind of rainy. So it's good to have the hay wrapped, so it's ready for the rain. The next job for today is pig chores. So just doing the daily pig chores, and that means walking the building, just checking to make sure there's no water leaks, that there's feed running good through all the lines and feeders, and just making sure there's nothing wrong. If there's any dead pigs, we'll get those out, because when you're raising this many pigs, you're going to have some die, and that's just how it is. You try to keep that number as small as possible, but it still happens, so you got to take care of those. And yeah, just make sure everything's good in the hog house. The pigs have gotten much bigger since you guys last saw them, so they're doing good, getting big. We are back from doing pig chores. Got all the buildings situated. We got to do a little bit more than we normally would, because the water in the south building was not getting all the way down to pins 9 and 10, so we had to work on that a little bit, turn off a bunch of valves, and like it finally, I'm not even sure what the exact problem was, but it's working now, so that's what matters. I'm gonna go inside and get changed out of my pig clothes, because when you do pig chores, you have to have like one set of work clothes dedicated to doing pigs, because they get all dirty and completely stinky from being in the hog houses. Like, yeah. So I'm gonna go change back into my cleaner work clothes, and yeah, continue with this day. Good morning, y'all. It is now a different day. It is now Thursday, I think. Is that correct, Emma? Okay, we think it's Thursday. We're just gonna go with that. So, let's see, not much has happened over the past few days. Since I've talked to you guys, we did get a little bit of rain. We got about 1/4 of an inch, I think. We could have used a little bit more, but the places that got more rain also got like strong winds with it, so we're pretty happy. We're very thankful for what we got, and yeah, it's definitely everything appreciated the rain. Other than that, we've just been continuing to haul corn. Done a little bit of miscellaneous here and there, but the main thing has been hauling corn, and we've been getting along pretty good with that. We are getting the big bin over there low enough that we're going to be starting the sweep auger pretty soon, so we'll be staying busy once we do that. I'm not sure if we'll have to start it today or not, but that's going to be pretty soon. Anyways, this morning, Emma and I, we have a few minutes here that we don't have anything going on, so we're going fishing. We'll see if we catch anything. The pond is beautiful, and yeah, we're gonna get some poles here. We will go fishing, see if we catch anything, and keep you guys updated. Bad news, y'all. I've not caught anything, which is very disappointing, but we're gonna move down a little bit, keep trying, and yeah, hopefully we'll catch something. We did not catch any fish. We fished around the entire pond, never got a single bite, which is sad, but it was a nice morning, so it was still a nice time. It just like would have been much nicer if we had actually caught a fish. But now we're gonna head back up here and get to work, see what we're gonna do today, and yeah, keep you guys updated. We are back up from fishing. The next job that we got going on today should be a fun one. So, if you may have noticed, I have changed clothes. That is because we are gonna be hiking through wet soybean fields. So for our hog houses, the manure management program, we have to have a soil sample for every 10 acres of our ground to be able to apply our manure to that ground. So we took quite a few soil samples this past spring for our own data to figure out how our ground is doing and if it needed anything. But we have some more that we need to get now for the being able to apply manure to our ground. So thankfully, most of the samples that we need are on soybean ground, not where corn is planted. So it's not going to be as bad to hike back there and get them, but we still have quite a bit to get. We're gonna have to be walking quite a ways today, but that is our mission for right now, is to go get all the soil samples that we need to get that sent in and everything situated so that we are able to apply manure to our ground. So we are going to be walking through the soybean fields. It is a very wet morning. There's a bunch of dew, and we're going to be getting soaking wet. So it should be fun, but we got a long ways to walk and got to get some soil samples. So that's the plan. We're going to take you guys along with us and see how this goes.
So me and Lemmy will take this, and we're number 43. Then we can swing by and get 42 and 41 and 39. So I want you guys to go up here and get 40, 37, 36, and 35 in that very, very back corner. We've got a map and we're grid sampling in every 10 acres. And so I'm going to send the girls, it's about 3/4 of a mile that way. They're going to walk up there and get them, and me and Lemuel, we're going to work our way to them and meet in the middle. And that's what we're doing. So we're pulling samples. So Abby can check in with you when she's 3/4 of a mile that way. I'm going to teach them to pull samples. You got to pull 10 cores per sample. So basically you're pulling 1 core per acre. And a core is right here. You see I made a line on that one. And this one's got a line. That's like a 6-inch core. And it's soft enough now, you should be able just to drive it in and turn, come up, and you have a core. And that's the way you do it. We'll pull 10 cores and then put it in a bag and keep your don't rub off the mark off the bag. So that's how we do it.
We are headed to the opposite end of the field. We're already like soaking wet, but yeah, the beans are looking good. Okay, everybody, we have made it all the way to the other end of the field, and Emma is struggling now because we're finally supposed to be starting to get some soil samples. So we're in our first spot. I'm gonna get 10 here, then move to the next spot. Alrighty, y'all, good news. Our first sample location is finished, so we are moving on to our second location, and yeah, it's not going too badly. I will say that my team here is slightly slower than I would typically want them to be, but we're getting it done slowly but surely. Very, very, very slowly. See, we've stopped here again. Like, this is what I'm talking about.
What? You're all the way back there.
Because I'm navigating.
A bunny track.
A bunny track? This is the pro soil sampling team. We stopped to look at bunny tracks. Anyways, we're going to move on. All right, y'all, start taking samples.
Those are recording from the back of the line.
I'm navigating, carrying the bucket, and documenting this, so. Okay, we were just in that field. We got all the samples we needed over there. And now we are in our next field. We only have 3 that we need to get here because we already had some of them. So we walked a long ways. Okay, we got the sample. We're headed back. Got a long ways to go. It is now a different day, but I wanted to come on here and kind of wrap this video up. So we got done getting soil samples. We ended up taking about 30, I believe, and we went around to several different fields and got all those that we needed. So we got those sent off, and yeah, it should be good to go, and that is a very good job to have done. So that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of your support really means a lot, and we really do appreciate every single one of you who watches our videos. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.